for what it is. Anything less is not charity. Soothing someone on their way to hell is not charity. Trying to hide the truth under the guise of compassion is not charity. Charity is presenting the truth the way it must be presented, the way God gave it to us. My words can't save you, your words can't save me. The word of God is our salvation. So just present the word, and God will do what God does. Salvation doesn't depend on my calculations, my mental calculus. It depends on God's favor. So all I need to do is to present truth. It's not mine. I also struggle to live by it. It's not easy. We need grace to live by the truth. But my weaknesses will not make me pull down the measure to falsify the truth because I can't live it, or I'm struggling to live by the truth. We must live the measure where it is in its integrity so that we know that we are either living by it or we are falling short and we need to do something about it. But if we pull the measure down, then we have created what Pope Benedict calls the golden calf. So it's no longer the God of Jesus Christ, but it is a false God who follows what we wish, what we want to do, but not a God we follow. Okay? So we have always to be very careful about that. So we will be looking at the method of theology, how the apostles received it, how they understood it, and how their contemporaries and immediate successors understood divine revelation and how they passed it on. So the fathers of the church are very important in our study. So we seriously take into account the teachings of the magisterium as the authentic interpreter of divine revelation and its approved custodian. Always to keep in mind that if you don't have the magisterium, basically you are dead spiritually. Remember that Protestantism started in the 16th century with Martin Luther. In less than 500 years or 500 or 600 years, the Protestant churches, how many are they? They are over 30,000 different sects. All can't be right. Otherwise there wouldn't be so many. Because you don't have the authentic interpretation of divine revelation, anybody takes the book without taking into account where it came from, sacred tradition, and says, this is what it means to me. So if you disagree, I break away and form my own church. That's what happens there. So the magisterium as the principle of unity, strength, and stability is so key to our Catholic understanding of the faith. It's an article of faith. Our church is apostolic, referring to the witness of the apostles and their successors. So we can't profess one thing at Mass, apostolic, and then go over there and start bashing the bishops. They are useless. They don't have anything to do, whatever. Sometimes, their nature comes through, and of course there are mistaken understanding in some instances. A particular bishop may teach heresy. But when they are united, teaching officially with the Pope, they can't teach heresy. Why? Because Christ promised them a charism of truth to lead us into the fullness of truth. So when the church teaches officially about faith and morals, everything they teach is true. And we just have to believe it. If it is official, that's so key. Okay? The official teachings of the church. Like the New Catholic Catechism. Those teachings are official. So if you have a problem with any church teaching, official church teaching, you just believe it. Okay? And when you die, and God asks you about it, why did you do this? Simply say, the Pope and the bishops taught it. passed, so they will have to explain. So don't worry about it. If it is an official teaching of the church, you believe it. Now seek to understand it. That's why we study theology. But even if you haven't got there, if it is an official teaching of the church, the Catechism of the Catholic Church, who has that book here? You just do it because it is true. Okay? Because it's true. Don't calculate that, well, if the, that book, if the bishops are wrong, if the Pope is wrong about official teachings, if God asks you about it, the bishops and the Pope taught it officially. It was in the Catechism. That is a waterproof defense. Okay? Yes.
Maybe not tonight because of time, but maybe next week. Could you enlighten me, anyways, and maybe others in the room? I'm a little mixed up about some things that the Pope is saying, and I know there's a group of bishops that
they're
not together.
Yes.
We'll
talk about that.
Thank you.
We'll talk about that. Okay? Yes. Yes, but we'll talk about, I think this, in the confusion we are experiencing, we need to talk about the meaning of magisterial teachings. Okay? So remember, Pope Benedict is a theologian, a prolific theologian. And he's authentic. So when he became Pope, he didn't want to stop his theological studies. So he wrote the first book that came out, Jesus of Nazareth, Part 1. And he made it very clear in the introduction that this is not intended as a magisterial teaching. Although everything he taught there was basically the Catholic faith. But he made it very clear that it's not intended as a magisterial teaching, meaning binding Catholics in conscience. Okay? That if you disagree with what Pope says in that book, then you're going to hell. No. So they are official teachings of the church. Okay, that bind in conscience, and there could be a particular teaching that comes out which may not be intended to be a magisterial teaching. So we'll explain that. Okay? Next. Okay, thanks for coming. But if you have questions, please ask. Don't be afraid. Okay? Thank you. Glory be to the Father, to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. As it was in the beginning, is now, and shall be, world without end. Amen. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And I'll ask you when you go home, get time to read through the notes, okay? Then when you find something you need to ask about there, go away, okay? Have a good night. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.